Well, welcome to the sideboard one last time here at the Star City Games Indianapolis Pioneer Open, brought to you by Ultimate Guard, Carnox Chairs, and Coalesce Apparel. I'm Nick Miller, alongside our now four-time Open champion, Pete Ingram. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dominant performance this weekend.
Yeah.
And stretch to say dominant month.
Yeah.
Team Open win in Richmond with their BC Dub teammates. Top 8 at the Players Tour.
Yeah.
Just an incredible run this weekend for another win.
Feels kind of surreal, honestly. I don't know. I've just been kind of in it mentally, just playing well, like definitely running hot too, and that's what it takes. And yeah, just kind of on top of the world right now. Not
to mention, starting the year off with the top 4 as well.
Yeah.
With Daryl and Corey. So you're in a pretty good spot on the leaderboard. But I think we got to talk about the Namir Inverter deck here, because it was the talk of the weekend basically at Richmond when all 4 players in the top 4 of that event in Pioneer played the Inverter deck. Then the Lotus Breach deck took all this, the storm at Phoenix.
Yeah.
But Lotus Breach did not do well this weekend, and Inverter did.
Yeah, I think Breach had a lot going for it, being the breakout deck that weekend. Not many players were prepared for it. Players caught wind like last minute. Some players, including myself, had Damping Sphere in their sideboard, but for the most part, people were not prepared. And this weekend, everyone's packing Graveyard Hate, along with Fast Clocks, along with Damping Spheres, and I think it showed that, if respected, the deck's not as good as it showed at the PT.
And it looks like the Inverter deck is the best deck now. People kind of thought it was a race between Breach and this deck, but people are ready for this deck. They're trying different things to try to beat it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't appear anything really does. Outside of that crazy stompy deck, the green deck.
Yeah, the green deck definitely put a fast clock on me, and that's what you kind of have to do. And just big fatties, like, it was unreal how fast he created a board presence. And then also getting into the trials is like a good way. But I had 3 downfalls this weekend. I was really impressed with Zan's Blue-White Spirits deck. I thought it was pretty well built, better than the Band Company version. Having getting into the trials alongside just spirits that are fast clocks and stuff like that. So.
Right, and a lot of people, immediately went to getting into the trials to try to combat this deck, but, you all built your deck a different way.
Yeah.
You brought Heroes Downfalls, you have a bunch of Jace Friends Prodigies to rebuy them.
Exactly.
I was talking to your teammate Daryl, he's like, Gideon's a problem, but our deck is loaded with ways to take that card down. Yeah,
and Daryl was a huge help in factoring for this weekend. He really helped tune my deck list the night before, and you could have found all that on patreon.com/teambcw.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Any other shout-outs you would like to make?
Shout out to Team BCW for providing me awesome sleeves and deck boxes that I use for the tournament. You should definitely check out their stuff. I also have a podcast, Tapped Out MTG. Check that out with Jonathan Rossum and Dylan Donegan, 2 great folks. And any game designer jobs looking out there to hire a champion, just go ahead and hit me up.
Lastly here, because, as the community tends to do when a deck dominates like this, there's a lot of ban talk. Does something need removed? Is there an angle to beating this deck that people just aren't seeing yet? Or, is it just time to get rid of Dig Through Time or something else?
I think Dig Through Time has always been on borrowed time, and eventually, given the amount of, being that Pioneer isn't a sliding format, it's going to consistently just get bigger and bigger. Dig Through Time is eventually going to be problematic, and, you could argue that it is right now. All my games have been interactive, so to that regard, I think Pioneer's in a pretty good place, but really you just have to ask yourself what you want the best deck in Pioneer to be, and if the answer is this, then don't do anything, but if that's not the answer, then Dig Through Time probably has to go.
Does the deck survive without Dig Through Time?
I think so. I think that you could play Treasure Cruise. It's obviously a lot worse because you're basically looking at 3 cards instead of 7, but you can also do things like play Sultai with Uro and play Stubborn Denial alongside, which is really good alongside your Inverter of Truths. So a lot of different ways you can kind of go about things with Inverter of Truths, and it'll be interesting to see if it does happen.
All right. Well, any other closing shout-outs, or did you hit everything with the plugs?
I think we hit everything. Thanks, everyone, for the support. It's felt really awesome.
All right, Pete, number 4. Great job. Great weekend. Send it back to Cedric and Patrick to close it out here in Indianapolis.